2026 is gonna be big.
Yeah. What is your take on AI music?
We're getting deep fast here. Spill the tea.
Spill
Okay,
the
I need a
tea.
drink. Okay, I need a sip. This is episode 1 of Taking the Apéro with.
Jill Rey.
Let's go. So yeah.
What wine would you guys like?
I'll have white.
Wait, there's not
Okay,
that much white left.
we don't have a lot left, but we'll share. We'll share. We'll share. Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you getting red?
You're a red person.
I am a red person.
He's pouring himself his own glass of red.
That makes me bloat. Like I feel so heavy when I drink red wine.
Really?
Yeah. It's just me.
I don't know. I like red wine with
Remember
food.
that you're talking this.
Red wine with food, and then white wine to drink. I want to drink.
White wine only, and always. I'm pouring my own glass as well.
drink.
Oops. Okay, I'm just have to split with you.
Oh, it's okay. I don't need that much. I'm gonna get red.
Oh, you're gonna get red? Perfect.
So, what type of artist are you?
Ooh. Okay, what type of artist? That's a good one. So I'm obviously a pop artist. I make pop music, but that's pretty. That brings a lot, right? Like I feel like nowadays every genre is kind of connected, tangled. So like I would say depending on the song, it can be a bit more electronic. Some songs are a bit more like soul.
Is
Some
it giving like Zara Larson?
that could be it. I wouldn't say that's my main. That's the closest one. I would say I'm a mix of.
Like, want to be part of your symphony type of thing?
I would say I'm like a mix. I like those questions. Okay, it's in between. If Alicia Keys was mixing with what's her name, Flowers. You know the deep voice like me, Miley Cyrus. Okay, it's a mix of Alicia Keys, Miley Cyrus. Obviously Rihanna is like one of my biggest.
Love her.
Yeah, so like that has an influence as well. But like, who else? A little bit of Dua Lipa vibe also on the pop, but not so much on the disco vibe. So it's kind of a mix, and it's always a hard question for me to answer because I'm like, obviously I want to be my own artist, but also
Exactly.
like it's hard to say like because I take my references from so many different artists. But I don't know, does that answer your question? Not really.
No, it does. I have a follow-up. So do
Okay.
you have like, is your French identity integrated into your music personality?
Oh yes. So first the languages, because in all my songs, I would say probably all of them, maybe one isn't, but doesn't matter. There's always a part in English and a part in French.
That's so
So I
nice.
always bring that side of me. And what's really weird is that I don't talk about the same things depending if I speak in French or in English. I don't say the same like I bring different feelings, different emotions depending what language I sing. Pardon my French and my anyway, yeah, I bring that side for sure. Super important for me. It's such a big part of me. So thank you for the question.
And then I know that your most recent song, Clouds, touched a bit on life in France. How is that? And I know it touched a bit about your move to the US. How is that?
Okay, so yes, we're getting deep fast here. So this song Clouds is definitely about life in France and pretty much why I left this country. And I think the biggest sentence, the strong sentence in the song is, um, in order to what is it? I have to remember the song. It's so hard to remember a song when you're like you do something else.
We're loading.
In order to leave home forever. Yeah, in order to leave home. No,
it's not that at all. I love it. I was so excited. Okay.
No, it's in order to something.
This is where we link the song.
I don't remember my own songs, but it's cool. I write my own songs. This is really concerning. Wait. I need to focus. I thought we fly so high.
I hear it.
If I'm missing. reach my dreams above the clouds, I needed to leave. To reach my dreams above the clouds, I needed to go. Now I know I needed to go.
Mhm.
So I mean, pretty self-explanatory,
Period.
right? I knew when I wrote this song, and it's pretty recent. I was already living in the U.S. It's after I moved to Australia and all the journey, that I did, and it's a reflection on how I realized that, yeah, I really needed to leave France in order to survive. We can dig into that a little bit, but I saw that. And pursue my dreams and reach them and touch them and pursue them, and yeah, and that could not have happened there, and I know that, and I'm really proud that I did it because it was really hard, but I did it. So does that make sense
Mhm.
about the clouds there? About the life there in France. What was the second question? How it is in France, in the US? Sorry.
Yeah, how has it been so far? So, when did you move?
Yeah.
Where? When did
Yeah.
you move to the U.S.? Where did you live? What was the journey like once you got to the U.S.?
I moved to the US 7 years ago now, and I moved to Austin, Texas. Very different. Um, and yeah, it was quite the experience. It was quite the culture shock. But it was good. It allowed me to really think about what I wanted to do in life and have the balls to take a, you know, just take the first step and start writing songs and record them and release them. And then finally, it was last year now. That's crazy. 2026 was last year. I had my first performance. So like every, it was like chipping in every year and making more music and to finally get to where I wanted to be, which is performance.
Mhm.
And that's my dream: perform and write my own songs. And so like I'm doing it. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm doing it.
It will come.
Yes, sir.
Cheers to that.
Yay! Ding!
Chin chin.
How's the wine?
It's good.
It's a
This is a
French.
nice red one.
It's a French Sauvignon Blanc. In
Mm.
case you were wondering, obviously, I only drink French wine. Bougie.
Yakima Valley. Does anyone know where that is?
Yakima Valley. It's from. Wait, produced and bottled by Washington. It's American. What?
American one, yeah.
Why does it? Oh, I thought it was kind of like some
It's a
kind of
nice red, though.
Asian name.
I don't know. Yakima sounds like Japanese kind of.
Then yeah, exactly.
So now that we're in the new year, and the new year just started, what are some things that you're leaving behind in 2025?
Oh. I wish I could really give you a real answer, but I feel like I'm gonna be bullshitting. Like I want to believe that I'm not gonna do this anymore, but I know I will. What do I leave behind? Um, what do I leave behind? I leave behind some of the crazy experiences that I had putting together my first performance. It was, I mean, it was stressful. It was super exciting, but there's some like crazy human experiences that happen along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very good because I believe that everything happens for a reason. It was great for teaching me what I needed to learn at the time. But holy shit, that was intense. So I'm leaving that behind. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
we're starting fresh,
Exactly.
new people, new experiences,
New
trying
year.
not to hold it against
Mm-hmm.
humans in general. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
What else? I want to believe that I want to show up even more authentically. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, like I don't want to be on camera because, I'm not like, I don't know what to say or I don't know how I'm going to be perceived a little bit. We all
Mm-hmm.
have that a little bit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to just be like, you know what? This is just who I am. And some people are going to like it. Some people are going to hate it. And there's not a whole lot I can do about that. So just trying to
Mm-hmm.
be even more authentically myself. So like trying to be
Right.
sorry, I needed a grape.
Is there like a fine line between being an artist and being super real with your fans and your audience, but also keeping that privacy? Like, how do you walk into this new life of fame while also being like true to yourself?
That's a really good question. I think for me, and that's kind of the tough part, is who I am as a person is also who I am as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to be authentic, I want to be empowering, I want to be inspiring, I want to push people to be able to express themselves like I do in my songs, and that's also who I am in life. So like it's definitely very blurry as a line, and I want to be genuine. I want to be real. I don't want any bullshit. I want to pretend. I don't want to pretend. Some artists are like this persona, and then they're totally
Mm-hmm.
different person. For
Mm-hmm.
me, literally, this is who I am. Like what you see in my songs, what I
That's so
talk
good.
about in my songs. This is all real life stories, stuff that happened to me, and
That's super special.
it is. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. It's just that I couldn't do it differently.
Mm-hmm.
If tomorrow some like enormous label comes to me and is like, you have to start wearing your hair like this, you have to start putting makeup like that and wear this clothes, and I'm like, I don't know if I could.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and know this is real, like this is me, and I want to bring that truth and that how do you say, like, just authenticity to the people that see it too, meaning it's possible to do both. Like I don't think you have to be fake to get to where you want to be in life. In fact, it's pretty much, in my opinion, the opposite. But that's what I think. I don't know. Another grape.
Okay, now I want you to be authentic. So you mentioned that you had a stressful show.
Holy shit!
What made it stressful, and what went down that made it like that?
What way down? Spill the tea.
Spill
Okay,
the
I need a
tea.
drink. Okay, I need a sip. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, I'm not gonna give any names because this is sensitive. But I'm gonna spill the tea. Fuck it, let's go. So I would say the hardest thing putting this show together by myself, because it's important to say that I'm an independent artist. I don't have a big label that is pushing me with money and network and whatever to put together my songs, my performances, or anything at all. So it's all self created,
Mm-hmm.
which is amazing, gives a lot of freedom, but also everything falls on me. Like I'm carrying this on my own. um so the human part was the tough part. It was not the singing, it was not the dance, the choreographies, the performance itself. It was purely the human side of things. It's like being HR all of a sudden, human resources, right?
Mhm.
So how much do you want to know about it?
I want to know everything.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that I've been really disappointed about some people that call themselves professionals in the industry. It can be. I'm gonna take a very specific example. Like I was supposed to have two performing dancers. Again, I'm not giving away any names, but the people watching will recognize themselves. Um, pew pew pew. Um, yeah. So basically, I would say that okay. One sentence. There was two dancers. We prepared this show for like I would say almost 6 months, fully choreographed. So like the entire performance is fully choreographed. We don't just I'm not just singing, we're dancing with my two supporting dancers. And literally one of the dancers didn't show up the day of the performance.
Were they getting paid for this?
Yes, ma'am. Everybody who works with me is paid. Like this is a no-brainer. Like
Because like I'm a dancer too.
you are?
I used
Can I
to.
hire you?
Oh my god, stop it! I used to compete like on the dance team for my old university
Shit.
in Canada, the University of Toronto dance team, and
Canadian friend.
and I was a hip hop choreographer,
Shit.
and I led my team to first place.
Damn right.
So as a dancer, I'm like, if I'm getting money to shake ass on stage and I'm not showing up, goodbye, literally.
I love that. I wish we had more people like you, but the reality is that in this industry, first of all, I want to say nowadays, I don't know about you guys, but I see there's a lot of unreliable people out
Yeah,
there.
fair.
But also in this industry, one thing that I've learned, because that's not the first time it happened, is that you know, I am obviously putting this together. This is my dream. This is um this is my dream. This is my own thing. This is my project.
Mm-hmm.
But someone that shows up as a supporting dancer, it's not the same project for them.
Mm-hmm.
And either that day they had something what they considered maybe better for them,
Um,
or they just were tired and were like, fuck this.
yeah.
I don't know what it is because at the end of the day, I didn't even talk to that guy.
It's your performance, it's your lifeline, but for them, it's just like a gig.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they're so like it's a web, you know. You work with one person, and then people talk. So like, you don't show up for one thing, and it's like, oh, that person, yeah, didn't show up for this one gig. I know of a friend. We shouldn't hire her. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, people talk.
And that's exactly why I reacted the way I reacted, because we talked about this a little bit and they were
Mhm.
like, the boys were like, well, are you just gonna call this guy? You're gonna ask for, I was like, no, I don't have time for
Yeah.
this shit. I
Yeah.
have to focus on my art. And I do believe that karma is
Real.
a thing, a
Yeah,
real.
true.
And I do believe that people that call themselves professionals and don't show up in such manner you know for something that important,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come back. I think it's gonna come back and bite their asses.
Mm-hmm.
And I also hope for them that will never be super big, because if people ask me, I will drop the names at that point. I will
Fuck
drop the
them, yeah.
names and be like, those people cannot, they're not professionals. They don't know how to work.
Like, if you're seeing this, I hope you take a shower and forget your towel outside the washroom.
Bye, bitch, is what I
Bye,
say.
bitch.
But anyway, that was crazy, guys. That was
Mhm.
insane. Like literally 10 minutes before the performance, that person was not showing up, and at that point I knew. But that was just so over the top, like insane to me. I would never even think about doing something like that to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
Um
them.
but you know what? We fucking crushed it.
It's awesome.
The performance went really well and nobody knew because it was really good and we crushed it.
Mhm.
I think it was actually better the way it was.
Yeah, fuck
It's
the
better that than
choreographer.
like a bad energy,
Yeah,
right? Like on
yeah.
like or some shit.
So how did you perform with one less dancer? You just re-choreographed everything on the spot?
So we did actually come up with like, there was a sequence that was supposed to be me with the guy and on the spot with the other. So it was a guy and a girl. So some people will know who I'm talking about. The girl and I, Zareen, she's one of my best friends. It happens to be one of my best friends. We just created on the spot a choreography last minute that I was supposed to be doing with the guy, and then yeah, we kind of like adapted like live. Like it was absolutely insane, but I could never have done it with anybody else than her. So
chemistry.
yeah, the chemistry, exactly, and that's what everybody in the audience said, and that makes me really happy. That is like amazing that we
That's
just
cool,
made it
yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
super cool.
we had no choice. I was not about to back out for someone. Like there was absolutely no way.
Okay, so building off of that, was there a moment in 2025 that you wish you could kind of relive?
Let me think.
That's a good question.
It is. Honestly, I'm gonna be a broken record, but I would say the performance. Just for me, this is what I worked for my entire life. Like this has been my dream. I was literally dancing when I like in school, teaching dance classes to my best friends when I was like 7 years old, and then I was like singing Alicia Keys at school, like during like the music classes. That was my instrument, was my voice, and I was literally singing in front of the class. So at the end of the year for like the whatever you call that, like the thing at the end of the year in front of the entire school.
Talent show?
Not really a talent show, more like a little performance for like the students. So I was literally I've been preparing for this my entire life. Then I started writing my songs and then choreographing, and like this was the final product of my vision. This is my full creative vision put together. So like being on stage and being like we didn't see that. Being on stage and being like, this is, I am dancing on and singing my own songs that I wrote about my own stories, was like pretty insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just the creativity around it. As I said, being an independent artist and deciding everything that is in the show is because I decided it's in the show. Nobody can tell me what to sing, not to sing, what to dance, how not to dance, whatever. Like this was my full vision.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So that just after that, just the rush, right?
The
Like the
energy.
adrenaline that you get
Mhm.
is it's nice.
So, as someone who's not in the music industry, there's independent artists and then artists with a label. So, what are like the pros and cons of being independent versus the latter?
So that is very subjective depending who you talk to, but
Hmm.
my opinion is labels are amazing because if they basically like a bank with relationships. So
Hmm.
they're gonna pay for a lot of things on your behalf, and then they're gonna introduce you to a lot of big people in the industry,
Hmm.
and that's really good because that's literally what every independent artist struggles with.
Oh my gosh, it's giving like Diddy.
Well,
Like, I'm gonna make you
I
famous.
have nothing to do with him. um, but that's the upside of that. The downside of that is that you have to how do you say that in English? Basically, like you are their hire.
Hmm.
You act as an employee of theirs. Like you do have to, you have quotas. You have to if you have to release an album during the year, you have to release an album. Then you have to make sure the album performs. Yeah, like you have to make sure that you hit the numbers they are looking for. And if you are not, you are in trouble.
Does that like take away or add to the creativity aspect of being an artist?
In my opinion, I think so. But again, there's a lot of big artists out there that are doing really well and have labels and big labels, and all the artists that you probably know are working with labels and have managers and all this stuff. Like they are not independent artists. There are only a few independent artists that are famous
Hmm.
and really big in the game. So it's still like, labels are not gone, but I would say that there's a possibility nowadays, in my opinion, to just use social media in order to reach that audience.
Mhm.
And that has changed the game a lot because TikTok, especially right now, can bring you in front of so many people, and you no longer need. I mean, you do. I don't know. It's just different. Like you don't necessarily need a label to reach new audiences. And then down the road, if you want to be signed by a label, you can, but you can be discovered through social media.
Mhm.
But it's a pro and cons
Yeah.
Cons, yeah. Pros and
by
cons.
itself because there's also more people being able to do it, right? There's more artists being able to use social media to get to where they want. So like there's more competition, but there's also more like routes to be able to get to where you want to be. I
Mhm.
think. So it's kind of weird. It's kind
Yeah.
of but
It's hard.
on the upside of being an independent artist, I'm gonna say what I said earlier is just you just do whatever you want. You have no limit. You sing about whatever you want. You release how many songs you want. You dress up the way you want. I don't know. You just pure freedom, artistically pure freedom, and to me that is so important.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah,
I think it's good. Yeah. This is completely unrelated
what do you guys think though?
of being. This is
Independent versus label. What do you think of it of the industry nowadays?
okay. So I am in the industry. I think that you were right on point. Labels are just big banks now. Obviously, they have connections that a lot of independent artists don't have,
Yeah.
but I think that having the freedom of being an independent artist is very important, and it's also just like at the end of the day, labels want to own your songs,
Yeah.
and as an artist, owning your songs is it's something you created, it's something you put work into, something that you put time into, and your creativity.
Hmm.
I think that you should own your songs, and it should be a part of you. It's your art,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's worth giving that away to a label if they're not going to do that much for you, and they look at you, they see you, and they see money,
Oh yeah,
and
your products for
yeah,
sure.
you're a product, and it's like you don't. I think art is more than that. You shouldn't just be a product of their use, and it's like they're gonna put your songs to whatever makes them the most money, and I think that your own creation should be used how you want to use it.
I love that, and I do agree with that. However, we have to think like for the people that that's also how they make money. That's at the end of the day, art in our culture is a product,
Mm-hmm.
and artists are a product.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if a label can really bring you to the next stage, can put you in front of a bigger audience, and can really make you basically reach the freaking stars, like can really put you up there, I understand why a lot of people do it too.
Yeah.
So like I understand both sides. It's just for me, like the way I look at it is like labels nowadays are waiting for you to have an online presence that is
Mm-hmm.
insane, to have songs on Spotify, to have that many listens per month. It basically everything that independent artists wait for labels to help them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait for how can I say, help to labels to help them with
Mm-hmm.
like reaching that. So like the moment I'm reaching that, I no longer need a label. So why would I
Yeah.
sign at that point? It's kind
Yeah.
of
It's
like what's
stupid.
tricky to me. I just don't understand. They basically have you as a product on a silver platter once you reach everything you had to reach. And I'm like, well, now that I'm there, I'm not gonna
Yeah. Fuck a
like.
label.
So I don't know how it works in real life. Like I have not shared any of my thoughts with an artist that used to be independent and
Mm-hmm.
signed with a label. I don't know how it is, but
I think labels can give you a lot more exposure than you would get as a smaller artist. But I
yeah,
think now TikTok and social media has not leveled the playing field, but made it more advantageous for smaller artists to stay independent because it's like they can reach. It's not that hard to reach 1,000 new people every day on social media,
true.
and if you just keep pushing, it's like shit's gonna happen eventually. And I think that's kind of taken a lot of their. Also, like initially, labels started off they would distribute your music.
Yeah, and that's gone, right?
That's gone.
Yeah,
Labels don't. You can distribute your music online for like $20 a year, like 30
yeah,
bucks a year.
yeah. That's something we didn't talk about, but that's
Mm-hmm.
also interesting for the people that don't know how this all works. For
Yeah.
like the whole distribution system as an independent artist is also very different.
Mm-hmm. It's easy now. You can put your music anywhere. Labels will have obviously like Spotify editorial connections or Apple Music editorial
Yeah, playlists.
playlist, Apple
Yeah,
Music playlist, curated playlist. But if you have time and if you're consistent, you can get to all of those things just by posting on social media and staying consistent, releasing music, and just building a core fan base. And I think that's like labels are a dying breed.
I hope you're right. We'll see. I like
But
that though.
okay, this is completely unrelated. Another question. I've seen your TikTok. I know your TikTok. I
Am I in
see
trouble?
you're in deep shit.
Wait, what? I'm
No,
in
no,
deep
no,
shit.
no, no. They're. I've seen your dogs on your TikTok.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Let's get real here. Okay, don't judge me. I just started doing this. Okay, I used to be very against TikTok. Sorry for the TikTokers out there. I used to hate it,
There
but I'm getting there.
you are.
What is this?
Just click.
I know, but anyway. All right, this is my TikTok. Follow me on TikTok.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've seen your dogs on your TikTok.
Yes, sir.
You have 2 dogs, right?
Yes.
How old are they? What are their names? And weird question: do they ever influence you creatively?
Okay, I have two English bulldogs. Their names are Liberty for the little girl and Lewis for the little boy. They're my babies. They're my babies. I love them so much. They are so cute, obviously. What was the second question? How long? So they are, I think they're like 6 years old.
Okay.
Like she's 6.5 now and he's 6 or something. I'm really bad with birthday dates. So sorry, guys. Do they influence my art? Not really, at least not yet. Not in the songs I've released. However, Lewis is my biggest fan.
Aww.
When I should probably publish this video. When I was rehearsing for the performance in Austin, in 2025 for South by Southwest, I was literally like rehearsing almost every night, almost my entire choreography in the living room pushing away the couch and the chairs and whatever, and just trying to do my singing and dancing at the same time, because it's really hard to do both at the same time. And Lewis was just sitting there in the corner looking at me like that for an hour. And I
So
took
cute.
videos because it's hilarious. So yeah, I mean, they're literally emotional support for my artistry. For me as an artist. That's it.
They are your label.
They
So
are,
cute.
I don't know if they are my label, but they are my emotional support. Yeah, when it's hard.
So, as an independent artist, walk me through the creation process of a song. So,
Mm,
like from the writing, ideation, what softwares you use to even like create the music itself, and then like how do you share it with the world?
love that. So, I do write my own lyrics and I make my own vocal melodies, but I do not make my own instrumentals, so my own
Mm.
beats. So right now I'm working with different people, different producers that can help me with that part of
Are
things.
they also like freelance independent producers?
Yes, I mean, yeah, I assume. Yeah. I don't get too deep. I don't know them on a personal level, like
Right.
not always at least.
It's business.
It's business.
Mhm.
But I would say that it depends, but in the past it has been that I want to write about, like there's an idea in my head of what I want to talk about, like a topic, something.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna start writing lyrics. Obviously, at that point, I have the beat. It's either I write the lyrics and then I have a custom beat, or I listen to a beat and then it makes me feel some type of way.
Inspires you.
Exactly, and I start
Mhm.
writing,
Mm.
and then when I have the lyrics, then I can work on the vocal melody, which is how I sing the lyrics, and then I go to the studio, I record it, and then as an independent artist, we're touching on that a little bit. I how do you say, publish the song, so I have to use aggregators in order to do that because I do not have a label that does it for me. And then
Mm.
it's on Spotify and all the big platforms that you know about.
Oh, so as an independent, do you have to like pay a fee to like have your music on these?
Platforms.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. It's called an aggregator. Basically, it's the person, the entity, the thing
Mhm.
that is in between independent artists and big platforms. Because you have to think, Spotify, they receive something like, what is it,
Like 100,000.
100,000 songs a day.
Yeah.
And they don't have time
Oh.
to work with small artists. They work with big
Mm.
labels and aggregators. Basically, the aggregator is going to be the middleman, is going to make
Mhm.
sure that my song is the right format, that I reach all the, like, check all the boxes, reach all the, what do you call, like,
Like compliance check.
exactly, all the
Okay.
technical
Cover art.
things. And then
Mm.
once I pass that, they send it to Spotify, and then Spotify, they do their own
Oh.
inside compliance check as
Right,
well,
right,
and
right.
then the song is published.
That's so
It's a whole
interesting.
thing.
I thought I could just like record myself and just
No, that doesn't. It doesn't work this way.
Nice.
It's quite the process. You could record yourself and put yourself on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Mm.
That is easier, but everything else is super.
So what's the timeline? Like, is it a
Mm.
month? Is it a year? It's just up in the air.
Do you mean between the moment I record and the moment I
Yes.
release? Oh, it can be a year
Oh
sometimes.
my gosh, just for one song.
Yeah, sometimes if I write a song and I'm like, I like it, but I'm not sure, and then I start recording it and I'm like, you know what, I don't know, or like I go back to the studio because it's not good enough because I'm a perfectionist and I don't like it yet enough to be able to really feel like this is the final
Mhm,
product
mhm,
I'm gonna publish. It can take a long time,
mhm.
and I don't do music full time, unfortunately, yet, so I also that has a role to play in my day to day, but it can take a while, and sometimes I'm going to start writing a song and I'm not going to finish it until 6 months, a year later.
Mhm.
Like, it just, there is no rule. I can write a song in an hour and go to the studio next week and then release it in 2 months, because usually the time where when I send it to the aggregator, between the time I send it to the aggregator and the time it's published on Spotify, we're getting technical, it's sometimes like 3 to 4 weeks already. So like, that's already a long
Mm.
time. So yeah, it can be a long
A
time. That's why it's a,
process.
it's a process. That's why I don't release an album every year, because it's so
Mm.
much work as an independent artist,
True.
and it takes time.
A follow-up question. Do you think the city or the environment you're in impacts how successful an artist can be? Like, for example, like traditionally, like, oh, you go to New York where your dreams come true, or like you go to LA, that's where you can get the biggest labels, you can sign a deal. Do you think that's still a relevant trend now?
I think so. And in my opinion, well, I'm first of all, I'm the proof that we'll talk again about this in like a few years, but I would say I experienced both sides. I was in Austin, Texas, not at all a pop music scene, right?
Yeah.
Like country or indie, what do you call indie artists, but like kind of live bands, not at all pop music.
Yeah.
Pop music is LA or New York.
Mhm.
That's it for the US. So like I'm not saying it's impossible to live in Austin, Texas and become a major pop artist because of social media.
Yeah.
So you can create content and be discovered online and la 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 la. That is possible. However, I would say it's way harder to meet people that gonna take you to the next stages. So like being in New York, you're surrounded by so many artists and professionals in the industry.
Yeah.
People that can help you with content, people that can help you. There is two recording studios in both parallel streets of where I live in Chelsea. Like, if I want to record a studio, I finish work at 5. At 5:10, I'm at the studio recording. Like, this is just the proximity, the what do you call like the availability, like the how do you say when you have like access to so much.
Yeah.
It's just there's access to so much more here, and I would also say that I feel like everybody here is here to hustle. So like the managers want to find new artists, the artists want to find new managers, the labels, like everybody's here to hustle, everybody's here for a reason.
Yeah.
And because of that, it just creates a lot of opportunities. That's the word I was looking for. There's a lot more opportunities, and I can see it already. I've been here for since April, and I can see like I met those guys, you know, that help with content. I've met different producers. I go to the studio more because it's easier to go. Just more people, more people doing more things in what I care about in the music industry. So I think yes, but let's talk in 4 years and see if I'm where I wanted to be. Austin was not bad. I don't shit on it. It just wasn't the best place for the kind of music I make.
I
Thank you for
will
the question.
let you eat a bit, but once you eat, follow up question. What is your take on AI music?
Whoa. Okay, let's put it this way. I'm gonna be short and clean on this. I'm not in love with AI when it comes to art because obviously AI takes from common knowledge, right? From all the songs, from even artists' voices, literally. I don't know if you've seen that. So that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary because I want to be Jill Rey. I don't want my voice or my text to be used by a freaking robot. Um, that's the song I was looking.
Yeah.
That was literally the song I was thinking when I said someone's voice. Because okay, are we gonna get back to that? But on the other hand, there is no way around it. Like, no matter how against it you are as an artist, this is happening.
Yeah.
And this is happening, and that's it. Like, there's no way back.
It's yeah.
Like, this is it. So I think we just need to, and I don't have the answer. We just need to figure out like how to make it so it's so
Coexist.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's happening, so we just have to be careful how we're gonna be implementing this and using it. And I don't have the term in English, but making it so it's safer and a little bit like
Yeah. Everyone wins.
yeah. And that sounds like yada yada, like kind of, but that's the truth. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not super for it, but at the same time, there's no way around it. So this is it, right?
I can talk a bit to let you eat, but I think so. There's that one popular song, "I Run" by Haven, who they used. Was it Georgia Smith's?
Yeah.
Georgia Smith's vocals, and they kind of not her actual vocals, but it was like an AI rendition of her vocals.
Yeah.
And that song blew up on all social media. it was everywhere. You could not escape it.
Yeah,
And
literally. Even I saw it
yeah, it was
on
everywhere.
TikTok. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think, and that song, I believe it's taken down now off Spotify.
Okay, so I'm not an expert, but I've been following this closely because that was very interesting. I think you're right. So this guy, by the way, out of nowhere guy only had like one release or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like out of nowhere producer. But now you can do so much with all
He's got a
the
following,
AI
yeah.
stuff, right? So he released this song, I Run, and you're right. I think his goal at the time was to create a voice that is similar to Georgia Smith.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, honestly, this song sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I probably should probably find this comment. I was one of the person commenting on this video at the very beginning saying this song is fire.
Yeah.
And then it was taken down because they realized that didn't have any they didn't really regulate how to use AI
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
in the music at the time. So the song was taken down from TikTok, and then the guy created a version with an actual singer,
Yeah.
someone else
Yeah. Yeah.
that sings a little bit like that, but not exactly the same way. Obviously, sorry, she's not Georgia Smith. I mean, Georgia Smith has a very unique voice, and it sounds good, but it doesn't sound the same.
Mhm.
And so that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
from what I saw.
I think that, yeah.
But so what was the question?
There's no question, but I
That was
think
crazy.
I think what Spotify and the other big DSPs have to do is they have to. I heard in a podcast somewhere, which I think is a great idea, is they should put an AI label next to the song if it is made by AI. So it's like if you want to intentionally listen to AI music, you can, but you will know the
You will
difference
know.
whether it's AI or not.
That sounds great. I mean, right now the issue is that almost died. Right now the issue is that yeah, there's no law around all of this.
Yeah.
We are totally like we are behind, you know. So we just it's happening, but we don't know how to handle it. Like
Yeah.
so I really don't know what's gonna happen. They're gonna have to step up
Something, yeah,
because
something has to happen.
yeah, because it's
Spotify.
unregulated for now. It's just there's nothing. It's just a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess, and I
But
think that it's like the AI music's only going to get better, and that's gonna kind of screw over real artists. And I think something has to be done, whether it's like laws or Spotify does something or
yeah, some
the
regulation.
distributors do something. There's got to be something that needs to be done. But I do think at the end of the day, a real artist has the upper hand because they make the music. They have actual feelings and stuff that they put into music, and
Yeah, something real.
yeah, something real. And
Something that a robot can sing about but cannot come up with.
yeah, yeah,
I agree, but also I would like to say like I agree with you that more and more people are gonna be. It's so attractive, right? The song sounds so fucking good. Like it's amazing.
yeah.
But I do believe, or at least I want to believe as an artist, that all of this is gonna be a phase. That's my theory. I might be full of shit. I might be wrong. My theory is that all this is new. Everybody's super excited. Oh my god, AI is so perfect. It's so perfect.
Yeah,
But at some point, I feel like some people are gonna want to come back to what's real.
yeah, real.
And
music, yeah.
hearing a real person live sing and hearing a person sing a song in a studio with like a note that you can tell is not perfect but has authenticity, in my opinion, is going to become more important when we come down to like, okay, now we know it's all AI, whatever. In my opinion, we will want to go back to that.
For
But
me, I think
see.
what makes a wholehearted artist is like the trifecta of like being able to sing, being a good character, and also being like good on stage. Like
Amen.
if I were to look at an artist and for example like oh I love their music on Spotify and then I go to a concert and they're absolutely dog shit. Like I can't stand them and they're like literally like they don't know what to do on stage.
Right.
My image of the music, even if I don't want it to impact me or not, like I'm going to listen to them differently.
Oh,
In my opinion as a listener. You know, so I
interesting.
feel like although AI will probably take over a majority of like the production, creation of the songs, distribution, the creativity aspect of like the idea and what's actually written, the message that gets across, and also the feeling that the audience gets when they actually listen to it live. Because like the live music is never going to die. in my opinion.
Yeah.
I
AI
hope
can
you're
take
right.
over that, but like the feeling of like going to a rave or going to a festival, like going to Coachella, like that's not going to die anytime
The
soon.
energy, right?
Yeah.
So that's my opinion as a listener.
I love that. So you want the full package. You want
Yeah.
good music, but you want a good a good brand
Like
as an
for
artist,
example,
right?
for like Kanye, for example, he was so big, and then all the controversies happened. Now, like when I listen to his music, I genuinely feel like a pit in my stomach.
Really?
Like it's great. Like how do you separate the artist from the person? For
Mm.
me, like when I'm looking for individuals, like they're role models. Like they have a platform. They're talking about things,
Yeah.
right? Same as actresses or like people who are like just have a big following in general. Like
That makes sense.
as a consumer of art, that's how I would take it.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's super interesting.
Mhm.
And I hope I don't disappoint anyone then. I better fucking
Like the
get my shit
humanistic
together.
aspect is so special. Sometimes you see artists go big, not even because of their music, because of like a silly dance that they did online or like an interaction from online. Like New Jeans, for example, is like a K-pop like group, but they recently disbanded because they got into a lawsuit with their agency
Oh my
Really?
god.
because of like human right whatever. Like all like the Korean
Oh,
agencies are like
shit.
super rigorous.
Right.
But then when it comes down to it, people are still like New Jeans stans, like they call it stans, like when you're like a super big fan of a group because of their like individual personalities.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's outside of the music, if that makes
It
sense.
does make sense. I mean, right now it's like again, I get back to that. Like, music is a product, and it's all marketing. It's
Mm-hmm.
all marketing, for better and for worse. Like most of the time, it can be good, but it can be very damaging for some people as well. Sometimes, sometimes they have control over it. Sometimes they don't. But yeah, it's kind of it's a risky game for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jill. 2026, new year. What are your plans for this upcoming year? What do you want to get accomplished? What are you planning on?
2026 is gonna be big.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 2026 is the year that I perform in New York. It's happening. It has to happen. This is it. This is the next stage for me. So the performance is ready. We performed in Austin last year. It has to happen in New York. I just needed some time to settle in, meet the right people. Now I have to figure out the venues, and I have to find two supporting dancers. So if you see this,
There's a dancer across
send
the
me
table.
a.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Can I have you? Okay, this is exciting. But yeah, this is the biggest goal. Just perform in New York, and having step one, finding two supporting dancers. They need to learn the choreographies, and then we can perform in New York, and then we can perform more and more and more, and can perform elsewhere, and then that's it. Just that's it. That's a big goal this year. Performances.
Plug your songs. I need to know all your songs. I need to know where I can listen to them.
Yes.
Let the audience know how we can find you.
You can find me on any platform you use to listen to your music. Spotify, Apple Music, freaking Pandora. What is it? Deezer. Even
Tidal.
YouTube. What is it?
Title.
Title?
Title.
I have no idea what that
And
is.
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music. What else? Am I forgetting any? Okay, that's it.
SoundCloud?
Pretty much anywhere. I'm not actually on SoundCloud.
TikTok.
TikTok. Instagram.
Instagram.
All right. Anyway, anywhere basically. And my songs, I would say, okay, my latest release is Clouds.
Aw.
So
That's
very, I would say pop soul, and very intimate, very private song. And I recorded the music video where I'm from in the southwest of France for it.
Oh wow.
So it's very pretty. It's on the beach.
Mhm.
It's really nice, and I'm really proud of this song because it means a lot. And so that's the recent one. And then my biggest songs, I have Alive, which is very pop, kind of upbeat song.
Mhm.
What else can I say? I have many
What's
more.
the song that we love?
Oh, Love for You
Yeah.
is your guy's favorite. It's more like EDM, spoken French part, very different vibe. All my songs are very different. They all have a very different vibe. But yeah, find me on social media and on music platforms, and then come out to my show.
Yeah.
Come to my shows. Come on. It's happening in 2026. I swear we're working on it.
Yay.
Voila. So that's it. That's a wrap. This was episode 1 of Taking the Apéro with.
Jill Rey.
And
Woo!
thank you so much, guys, for your time
Thank
today.
you.
Bing,
Bing.
bing, bing.
Bisous!
Bisous.